All right, guys, this is one of those stories here that doesn't make for a sexy title. It doesn't make for something that's going to get, a million views or be plastered all on MSNBC and CNN. But this is so important and so devastating, and I had to share it with you. So this is from ProPublica. Shout out to them. Records obtained by ProPublica indicate that food banks across the country were expecting more than 27 million pounds of chicken, 2 million gallons of milk, 10 million pounds of dried fruit, and 60 million eggs that never arrived. So the TLDR is Trump canceled literally 94 million pounds of food. Trump canceled 94 million pounds of food. Here's what never arrived. So ProPublica obtained records from the Department of Agriculture that detail the millions of pounds of food down to the number of eggs that never reached food banks because of the administration's cuts. On a sweltering morning in Vidalia, Louisiana, Shannon Cornwell and Freddie Green got in a long line to wait for food. The couple has struggled to pay for groceries amid soaring prices and health setbacks, they said. She had back surgery. He had undergone cancer treatment. They turned to a local food bank to supplement their diets. Although they're grateful for the food, lately they've noticed changes in what they receive. For months in the spring and summer, their pickups did not include any meat, Cornwell said. You have to learn how to adapt to what you have, Green said, which is hard, Cornwell added. So let me scroll here. In the spring, the Trump administration abruptly cut $500 million in deliveries from a program that sends U.S.-produced meat, dairy, eggs, and produce to food banks and other organizations across the country. About a quarter of the funding the program received in 2024. A quarter, Jesus. The items that were delivered through the Emergency Food Assistance Program were some of the healthiest, most expensive items that organizations distribute. The cancellation of these deliveries comes at a critical time for food banks. Food insecurity is higher than at any time since the aftermath of the Great Recession, according to federal data, and many food banks are reporting higher need than they saw at the peak of the pandemic. There's no other way to say this other than this is a war on the American people. This is a war. And this is what you get with Project 2025. This is what you get with the destruction of the regulatory state and the administrative state and all the government agencies that do anything good at all. Those are the things they're cutting. They want to make bigger the parts of government that suck, like the Pentagon, the warfare state, fucking corporate subsidies, corporate welfare. That's what they want to explode, while at the same time cutting all the programs for working people. Right? Cutting Medicaid, cutting Medicare, cutting Social Security, cutting this food assistance, cutting the SNAP program. 17 million people kicked off their health care. This is what we're looking at. And so this is the end result. It's absolutely horrifying. And this is not something, as I said, this isn't a sexy story. This isn't going to make the headlines, even though it should. This should be a fucking breaking news story that everybody's talking about. But unfortunately, the media thinks people have the, horrible fucking priorities. And so they wouldn't have this as a highlighted story, but